and he, liable to jump out the window and do anything, and you supposed to be gangster, you know what I mean, right, exact, and you for your community, because that's what it's supposed to be about. Remember I said, gangster's a family man. You can't be no gangster and you are not a family man. Those two just won't go together. You understand what I'm saying? Gangsters put in work in the street so that they can take the proceeds from that, take care of their families. You see what I'm saying? So if you are not someone who's capable of taking care of your family, just leave that man alone with regards of you being a gangster, because you're not that, respectfully. You understand what I'm saying? You might be a crash dummy, respectfully. A dude who gangsters or who think with gangster, mindsets, or look at you like, yo, boy, you don't know no better, man. Let's snatch that nigga up and get that nigga 2 bands and send him on a mission. And so now you take the 2 bands, go on a mission, you go put that work in, man. You blow that 2 bands before the night is over. You might even blow it in 2 days. I'll give you that. But you just took somebody's life for something you blew in 2 days, homie. And if you get knocked, they not coming through for you. They're not getting you no lawyer. You hot. That's the first thing they think. What? I can't get this nigga no lawyer. You hot. Nigga don't even want to fuck with you. You see what I'm saying? So now you all alone by yourself with 2 G's, homie. Remember, I told y'all the story of my boy C-Dog when we came over here for 48 hours and got 50 years to life, man. Back in the days when the shower posse was popping, they snatched C-Dog up, said, come on, homie. Brought him over here, showed him a bunch of shit. He became intoxicated with what he saw. Took a bath. In 48 hours, he was in New York, straight from Kingston, Jamaica, 13. Stood here for 2 days. Clipped 2 cats. Now I got 50 years to life. That's not a gangster. That's a fucking idiot. Dudes who sent you on the move thought with a gangster mentality, and from the onset of that, they already looked at you with a lesser level of respect. Because why would a gangster go and approach his equal? Why would a gangster go to another gangster next to him to put in some work that he really supposed to be putting it for himself? You understand what I'm saying? So once a dude propositions you to get you to take the bag, and you take the bag, yeah, like, all right, you a crash dummy. We know mad at them. I know mad dudes that don't got no courage. They'll do any idiot thing to impress somebody. And people that think and know that. Look at what they said with the dude who killed Nipsey Hussle, man. Like, y'all say y'all love Nip, but look at who the dude they used. They used some kid named Shetty. They said they knew that nigga was off kilter. And so what they did, they winged him, right? They brought him in. They whispered in his ear, whatever they offered him. If he was a bug out, they probably offered him a bandana. Whatever they offered him. They knew he was feeble here. They knew he was weak here. And they took advantage of him and sent him on the move. And the good motherfucker lost his life because of that, right? And I got a problem with that. Because a gangster would have made an OG call and said, nah, man, we gotta let that one go. Well, yo, he ain't checking. Whatever they saying, boy, did. However, whatever. We understand the code. We understand in the street. If it's a check in town, you got to check in. But at the same time, you don't take it to the extent, man, when you wear one mask in front of the people and another behind closed doors. You understand what I'm saying? Because on the forefront, man, who they saying has something to do with Nip getting ripped, this dude was presenting himself as being impeccable. An upstanding businessman for the community. You understand what I'm saying? But then behind closed doors, he got his hand in the trick bag. Putting a whip together that went and took out a good dude, homie. You understand what I'm saying? And I got a problem with that. Because if that's the climate and the culture that we live in right now, man, we living in a fucked up time, homie. We supposed to be my brother's keeper. That's why we run to games and join games. I know what time it is. I influence the games over here in the East Coast. You understand what I'm talking about? So I know why people come to gangs. People go to gangs looking for embrace, looking for validation, looking for a family to belong, looking for a tribe and a clique to claim. That's why people run to gangs. You understand what I'm saying? So if you ain't moving in the way that's, militant, then you can't see yourself or even consider yourself to be a gangster. Because a gangster is militant in his thinking, man. You know what I mean? Knocking each other off, man, over equipment or knocking each other off over lyrics in a rap song. That ain't gangster. That's idiot shit. Because idiots react on impulse. Gangsters don't. Look at the two dudes they got locked up for killing Mo 3. These dudes done turned school pigeons. How the fuck is that gangster? Right? And then before that, allegedly, they got the boy in YouTube hooked up with a trans move, homie. Like, what's going on? You see what I'm saying? So if this is the template or if this is the example of what y'all people envision or believe a gangster to be, I'm telling you that's not right and exact, homie. I'm taking that image, man, and I'm gonna do away with it. And my gangster, I'm OG. You understand? That gangster shit is here with me. Gangster to me is being able to remain out here in society so you can take care of your family, bro. That's what gangster means to me. Yeah, I had to earn it. Yeah, when I was younger, I didn't think that way. But I ain't younger no more. I think this way now, and when I was younger, unfortunately, I ain't had nobody that thought or think the way I do back then to give me this type of spill that I'm offering to the young brothers and sisters that want to listen to me. You understand? I'm not no Charleston White. I'm not going to tell you to go tell on people so you can get to a bag. It's corny shit. We don't even want that in our community. Let the professionals, law officers take care of that. That's not your job. Believing inside, a fallacy like that is crazy. You start running around doing that, the next thing you know, you put your whole family in jeopardy. You put your whole family in jeopardy in the spirit of trying to save the community. That don't add up. You can't love the community more than you love your family because love is foundational. If it don't start and exist here, it's a joke over here. You see what I'm talking about? That's gangster. Gangster is being able, like I said, to be able to provide for your family. Gangster is being here to remain here under these circumstances, playing the hand that life has dealt you, so that you can be able to be here to give direction to your family. In my absence, man, my sons got caught up in all type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of life brought out their head, and I was able to get back to see them upon my return. You understand what I'm saying? But they definitely wasn't raised in the way that I would have wanted them to go. But I had no say because I wasn't around. You see, so when you get a dude that takes on the mentality of he got to get to the bag before those he, are alleged to be concerned about. I'm going to say alleged because